Guys, thank you so much for such an amazing year. It honestly means the world to me when you guys are sharing your results, your progress, any feedback you have. Honestly, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. So with that being said, I wanted to end this year off with a bunch of user requested features. A full list of all of the updates will be sent out in an email as well as posted on the Discord, so make sure to check it out. By the way, if you're looking for a trial of the Predator, make sure you head down to the description of this video and click on the link to join our Discord. Make sure to head over to the Reversal Predator room and download the latest file. If for whatever reason you have trouble loading the Predator onto your NinjaTrader 8 or you need a trial extension, make sure to send your machine ID to dre@tradesaber.com so I can manually extend your trial. But with that being said, back to the video. Now, if you look down here to your PNL display, you'll see that we cleaned it up a little bit. Also, if you look at the label, you'll notice that now it matches your account number. This is always going to match the account that the Predator is enabled on. So whether you enabled it on a SIM, playback, or a PA account, that is what your label is going to display. But if you still like having your own custom label, we can do that just like it was before. For that, we have to disable, go into strategies, and you'll notice you no longer have the option up here under controls. This was just to clean up the controls area. But if you want to customize it, scroll down here to the customize buttons, show button customize, and we're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom of that section. So here, if we look at 82B toolbar, show PNL, you can customize what your button looks like, the colors of it. You can also now customize where your PNL is going to be displayed. This is a default NinjaTrader option. I didn't do anything for the center, so if you click center, it's not going to do anything. So make sure you always select bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right. For this example, I'm going to keep it at bottom right. You can also customize the font of your PNL display now to whatever you want. Make it bold, italic. And if you don't want the PNL display to show your account, you can just select create custom label. And here you can make your own label to whatever you want. I know many of you are using indicators that already have text at the bottom right-hand corner of your chart. If you do that, I've added an extra space to the PNL display, so it shouldn't interfere with it. But if you still need to offset the PNL from the border of your chart, you can space it out a little bit and just select the period, hit apply, and it's going to farther away your PNL by a little bit if you choose to do so. But again, alternatively, you can also just move it to another side of the chart where it would hopefully be out of your way a little bit. And on top of cleaning up the PNL, you will notice now it's going to be green. When you are in the green, it turns red when you are in the negative. And that will constantly keep updating according to your PNL. Our next update is all about the kill switch. Let's scroll down to our order limits and select the kill switch option. So normally how this would work, as soon as it hits your total PNL, that is your realized and unrealized together, it would exit you out of the trade and not let you trade anymore.
Filled.
So that is still true, but now we've added a kill switch drawdown trail option. And what this is going to do, it's going to calculate the highest PNL and only exit out of your trade when there is a drawdown of this amount from the highest PNL point your account has hit. So let's run through an example. Here I have my kill switch that's going to activate when it hits a $500 profit limit or a $500 loss. Now, I've added a drawdown of 200. So that means once it reaches $500, if it retraces 200 from that highest point, then it's going to exit me out. And we're going to run through an example, but first let me take off my profit and my stop. Just because I don't want to get stopped out, I want to let the kill switch do the work here. So once I do that, I'm going to hit apply and enable. Okay, so I'm in a trade and I'm waiting for a $500 profit before it starts the drawdown calculation. So here I've gone past the $500 mark, but I have not been stopped out yet because it has not retraced $200 from the highest total PNL. So I'm going to keep playing it.
Order filled.
And here you can see it hit its highest PNL up here. It retraced $200 down here, and then it activated your kill switch. So that's all it does. It's just a drawdown from the highest PNL point. Now, this next update is going to help prevent entering on trades you were not intending. I don't know if you've ever gotten into a trade and forgotten to turn off the auto entries, and maybe you walk away for a little bit and come back and you're all of a sudden in another trade you were not expecting. Well, this is going to help prevent that. This is going to shut off your auto entries as soon as you enter. So I'm just going to select it and show a quick example. Before we hit play, let's look at our ChartTrader panel. Here you will see your auto entries are on. The long and the short are both enabled. So when we have the shut off auto entry option enabled, we're going to enter a trade.
Order submitted.
And it will automatically shut off your strategy. That way, once you exit a trade, you're not going to keep re-entering on trades you're not expecting. Next update here is for your reverse position. That is your yellow rev button on your ChartTrader panel. I know in the past there's been situations where if your chart is moving too fast, it might exit the trade but not necessarily have the conditions to re-enter right away. So in this update, we fixed that. It is now going to re-enter if that is the option you select. And another thing we added is an option to not re-enter when it hits the next reversal. This one was highly requested by a lot of people. I know there's been a workaround with the bar since exit. Now you do not need to touch that. You can leave bar since entry and bar since exit like they are. Now you can just unselect the re-enter on reverse if you wish to just exit at the next reversal. And I'm going to show you how that looks in just a minute. So I'm going to take away my profit just to not get stopped out. And I'm going to enable. So now with the reverse, make sure you have the yellow rev button on. And another thing to keep in mind, guys, in order to exit on a reversal, make sure the strategy is on. So if it's in the off position, or you have that option that shuts off the strategy after you enter, make sure if you want to exit on the reversal to keep this on. So now I'm going to speed this up, and it's going to wait until we get a reversal in the opposite direction.
Order filled.
So here it sensed a reversal in the opposite direction. It just took us out of the trade, but because we have the re-enter on reverse unselected, it's not going to re-enter. And how that would look if we did have it, let's select that. So now we are doing the same thing, but with the re-enter on reverse selected.
Order submitted.
With the re-enter on reverse option selected, it exits out of our initial position and then re-enters right away. So that is the difference between both of those options. The last major update for this video is going to be your add buttons. To clean up the properties a little bit, I hid them behind this little check mark. You can just select that and it will reveal all of your add button customization. Now with this update, you have the ability to trace only the profit, only the stop, or both if you choose to do so. So let's say you want to set a different profit target for your add-on, but you still want to keep the same stop and you want to keep trailing it as you said on order 1. So you can unselect the trace order profit. We can set 15 ticks And now it's just going to set your profit at 15 ticks, but it's still going to trace your order one stop. Now, if you don't want to trace any orders, you just want to set a manual stop and a manual profit, you can just select custom and it will set it at this amount of ticks from the entry of that add-on. So let's see how these work. Okay, so here I'm going to hit play.
Order submitted.
And you can see we already started trailing our stop up. So I'm going to hit add one, and this is going to set a stop order at the same as the order one, but it's only going to set your profit target at 15 ticks above the entry price for that add-on. So let's hit play, add, and here you can see it traced your stop order because that is what we selected, and then just 15 ticks above. And now I'm going to hit add to, and this was our custom add. Just gonna zoom out, hit add to,
Order submitted.
and it sets our profit and our stop order at the amount we selected. And that's all it is, guys. It's just a little bit of extra customization. Make sure you guys check the guide for more details on how this works. Thank you again for an amazing year. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. Big things are coming 2024. Can't wait to see you there.